Hey guys and girls of YouTube land, it's just me, Jamie, and I am a hot mess tonight. I'm so sorry about that, but that is just what goes along with being the mom to a newborn / 3-month-old. First things first, I am recording this on Wednesday, the 27th. I think today's the 27th. Hold on. Come on, phone. Yes. It is March 27th of 2019. It's right around almost 1 a.m. Excuse me. This is a weird angle, but I'm feeding the baby. This is, I don't know if I can show you. She's probably upside down in the video now, but that is her. She will be 3 months old tomorrow. Anyway, it's been a rough few weeks. Minimum. Actually, it's been more than a rough few weeks, but I'm going to go ahead and just lay out my main stressors real quick, and then I'll get into what the video is about. It's kind of me working through my plan, but I'm talking to you guys about it because that's what this channel is about. I am as transparent as possible, and everybody runs into struggles, and you don't really see a lot of help online for it unless it's a company trying to sell you a service to lose weight, or it's a bunch of bull crap that you see from other people that think that they know better than the doctors. You have to go to these forums for it. So that's why I chose to make this video, because I know it works for me, and I'm learning what doesn't work for me, and I know that a lot of my information is not out there. Fun fact, I learned that the 5-day pouch reset does not actually reset your pouch, and I will fill you guys in on that as well. Anyway, so my main stressor is Hannah. I had to make a decision that was really tough this past week and let her move in with my dad. He lives 800 miles away in West Texas. So they've been asking me, they meaning she, my sister, and my dad, have all been asking me to let her live out there for at least the last 6 years, because the class sizes are smaller. In fact, she's one of 12 children in her actual class that she's in the 8th grade. So I had to decide to do that this last week, because she was still trying to avoid school, and in fact, she was telling the school again that she wanted to kill herself or hurt herself. She did it 2 days in a row, but she didn't actually want to hurt herself or kill herself. She admitted that she only said those things to get out of school because she did not want to be in school those days. So, unfortunately, that happened on a day when there was a major chemical fire across town. And that chemical fire, air quality happened to be affecting the air quality up here on my side of town. So I had to take my baby, who has respiratory problems, out in that air. And we were only outside for about 15 minutes. But when I came home, I was so stressed. Part of my coping mechanisms with my depression is I get really tired when I'm overly stressed. Well, sorry. Dang it. Sorry about that. So that is one of my coping mechanisms, is sleep. And I don't already get enough sleep as it is. So I went home and took a nap when Scott got home so he could watch the baby for a little bit. I was out for like an hour and a half. When I woke up, I had a lot of burning in my chest and my throat. And that's not typical for me. Like, my allergies, when they're bad, I'll have a stopped up nose or I'll have a scratchy voice like I do right now. But that was way different than what I'm used to. That was like my allergies the day after I go to a barbecue, which is essentially what was happening at the chemical plant. And just a heads up, nobody was barbecuing that day. It was a school day, and people just normally don't do that. Anyway, so yeah, I had to send her to live in West Texas. It was really difficult. I'm still having a hard time with it, and that's a big reason why I'm making this video, just to kind of fill you guys in. Not to mention the fact that poor Phoenix, her respiratory problems have been not doing great. She cultured with E. coli during her sputum test at her last clinic, and that has me stressed. We've been having to give her antibiotics I did not realize that her reflux could be the reason that she has the E. coli. So it may not be anything that we did. It could be something we came in contact with at the grocery store and we just didn't know it because nobody washes their hands nowadays. It's disgusting. 1 second. Sorry, my glasses are falling off. So yeah, it's been really stressful, and that's not even the other things that we've been dealing with money problems because of maternity leave. I am getting paid for it, but my paychecks are off cycle, so my paychecks are not completely like they usually are. Not to mention the fact that because I'm not at work, I don't get my bonuses right now. So it's just been really tight. And I think all of that stress has just made me not think straight. I'm already running on very little sleep. Scott tries to let me sleep as much as he can. He's the only one working right now. So whenever he's not off, I'm with the baby all the time. He takes her for maybe an hour or 2 hours a night when he comes home, just to let me have a little bit of a break. And then when he's off work, he lets me sleep in. But those are really the only days that I get, you know, more than 3 or 4 hours of sleep. So I'm very tired. Anyway, so I had a plan. I had told you guys about that, I believe, on the last video. And then the plan just kind of went out the window. I made some peanut butter cookies the night that Hannah first called home from the school and I had to go pick her up. And I have been eating those since that day. I think it was Tuesday, or it was Thursday of last week. No, sorry. It was Tuesday of last week that I got called from her school the first day. And I've been eating those peanut butter cookies just about every day since that day. It was a big batch, by the way. That's why. I made them because we didn't have any sweets in the house. And it was the only thing I could think of to make. So I made those, and I was hoping that Scott would help me eat them. He didn't. They were a little bit too tough for him the next day because I didn't have any apples to put in there to keep them moist. So rather than just throwing them out, I have been eating them, and I knew I should have, but I didn't. I finished the last 2 tonight, and there's no more in the house, and I'm not going to make any more. I told Scott that if he wants something sweet, he needs to keep it outside of the house. If he wants to have it in the house, he needs to hide it in the garage or somewhere where I don't normally go. And he said that he's fine with that. He's very supportive of me losing weight. 1 second. Glasses are falling. There we go. For now. Anyway, I had been utilizing my Butcher Box and Imperfect Produce deliveries to my advantage, and I still am, but I was meal prepping. They were really good meals. I was doing, like, for example, this morning I had leftover steak with eggs and bell peppers. I had 3.4 ounces of New York strip steak, sliced up small, with scrambled egg, with an eighth of a cup of cheddar cheese, salt, pepper, and a quarter of a bell pepper chopped up into little bits. And that was sauteed and mixed in with my steak and my eggs. It was really good. It filled me up. I've discovered that I can eat about 8 ounces of food in one sitting until I'm full. I don't know if that's typical of everybody who has the sleeve surgery, but that's how much I can eat right now. Sorry. I am going to try to see a bariatric surgeon and have him do a barium swallow test to see if my pouch is 8 ounces or if it's stretched beyond that. If it is stretched beyond what a normal person 2 years out of surgery sees, then what I would like to do is I would like to have the bypass revision, or revision from sleeve to bypass, if my insurance will cover it. If my insurance doesn't cover it, I'm screwed, and I don't know what I'm going to do, because I don't have the money, and I won't have the money anytime soon to go and go back to Mexico and have that done. That's the only other option that I have if insurance won't cover it, is to spend the $5,000 and go get that done by Mexico Bariatric Center. I will not go anywhere else to have it done other than here or to MBC. I don't trust anybody else in Mexico to do it. That is not to say that Mexico Bariatric Center is not effective and that they didn't do their job. I have had 0 complications from that surgery, and Dr. Gutierrez and his team and everybody with the company were wonderful. I just don't think that for me, in the situation that my life has, or the turns that my life has taken over the last 2 years, I don't think that that was the best call. Would I go back and not change it? Absolutely not. I got this wonderful baby out of it. I've had some amazing experiences, and I've done things for myself that I never expected I would ever be able to do. I'm also not 320 pounds like I was when I started this journey years and years and years ago. I think I started my YouTube channel in 2010. So 9 years I've been doing this, and I might have actually started it before that. I think I did. But I've been trying to lose weight even longer than that. I've just been doing it on social media for 9 years. It's really hard to do this, especially with people watching. I don't have a lot of fans that are subscribed, or sorry, not fans. I don't have a lot of subscribers, but I know that there are people watching my videos, and it's hard to know that there's people out there that are seeing this that I'm admitting that I'm not doing perfectly too. So, I'm putting myself out there and I'm vulnerable. So I hope that that shows you guys that it is okay to be vulnerable and it is okay to make mistakes. I'm a little featherbrained tonight, so I'm going to be a little bit rambly. Anyway, so I've had issues with Phoenix. I've had issues with Hannah. A lot of stress. Did not stick to my initial eating plan. I've been making sure that over half my plate is vegetables. Most of the time when I eat meals. The problem is that I go back and have snacks, or I'll self-sabotage and grab those stupid cookies. I think snacking is really my problem. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to limit myself. I'm going to go back on my pre-op diet that I started before my surgery. What that entails is 3 shakes spread out throughout the day. Excuse me, and then a regular dinner. And then what I will allow myself to do is I'm actually not going to snack anymore. No more of I used to do on my pre-op diet, I would do a handful, like 26 almonds. I'm not going to do that anymore because snacking is what's hurting me. So I'm making the decision to just not snack anymore. I'm going to have to change the way that I'm used to doing things because my body has changed since I had surgery. I'm still going to go see a bariatric surgeon and see if my pouch has stretched. If it has stretched, I do want to get the revision surgery to R&Y. That is my update, guys. Yeah, I'm just going to have to start trying to work around things. It is warmer outside, so I can start exercising more now outside. Gym-wise, I cannot just go to the gym anytime because I am under Scott's name because we signed up for one gym membership. We got the black card at Planet Fitness. I love Planet Fitness, but the problem with the black card is I have to have him there for me to go or I can't go. And we can't afford a second membership right now. So, and it would have cost more for me to sign up with the $10 a month membership. Initially, it was like $50, I think, for me to sign up with that $10 membership as opposed to $20, or it was like $23, $24 to sign up for the black membership. And that's how much money we had to spend when we signed up for it. So, there's really not much else that we could have done. And now we're having issues with paying it because my paychecks have been off schedule. So it's behind and we haven't been able to do that anyway. It's really frustrating. So I'm having to find some alternatives. I still have my elliptical, but that's wearing out. I don't have the money to replace it. It's that little under the desk elliptical that I've shown you guys before. and it's warm enough now that I can take the baby out for a walk. The problem is air quality, because of that chemical plant fire. I don't know how that is. But of course, they say that the air quality is fine, but we have people in our community that are going around and preemptively testing the air themselves, or they're hiring companies to do it, or nonprofit companies are coming in and they're saying that it's not okay. But at the same time, I can't live in fear, but I don't want to involve my baby in my weight loss, because I don't want it to affect her, the air quality. So there's that. If it gets too hot, she can get overheated. She's more susceptible to being overheated now, because she does have CF. It's just a lot to think about, and it's a lot of stress. So I'm having to sort things out in my life. I do have an appointment to see a psychiatrist and a therapist, so I am taking care of my mental health, which is really very important. Sorry for all the grunting, the baby's gassy. So yeah, it's a lot. So bottom line, I am working on it. I will give you guys an update. I heard from one surgeon that I had called, not called, but emailed over the weekend. Unfortunately, they don't work with my insurance, and I don't have $7,000 to pay them to get the surgery. So my insurance will cover, I think, 80% of it, and then I would have to pay 20% once I meet that deductible. But I'm already only, I think I'm $1,000 away from meeting my max out of pocket in network. So I just have to find a doctor that works with my insurance, and hope that there's a code that he can put on my paperwork that makes me eligible for this surgery. I know that one of my problems that I'm having is my lower stomach. The apron on it is very saggy. If any of you have watched my skin flick that I showed you with my loose skin, that's still there, only there's more weight there now, and my legs are falling asleep very easily when I sit down. So I might mention that to the doctor, that is a problem, because it is. I don't know. I am assuming that it's because my stomach is putting weight on my legs and it's cutting off circulation. So I'm having to move frequently to keep that from happening. The problem is I sit a lot with the baby. So that's one problem. I'm getting back pain. These are all from weight gain, guys. Yeah. To me, this is one of the biggest fears that I had going into my weight loss surgery, was gaining back, and on top of everything else, not being able to lose it again, or stretching out my pouch. I spent a lot of money. I know $5,000 doesn't sound like a lot of money to some people, but $5,000 to me is a huge amount. I waited so long to have that surgery, and even, I think part of it's just anxiety. It may not even be as bad as what I'm thinking, but I feel like I've failed myself, and I almost feel like that anxiety is overshadowing all the knowledge that I built up over the last 2 years. And it's like I've forgotten everything that I've learned. I just feel like I'm lost. I really do. And I know deep down what I'm supposed to do. But then there's sometimes where I'm just going through my day, just trying to function, and I can't remember. So I'm going to have to start from scratch again. You're going to see a lot of information that I give you guys, or things that I changed that maybe I thought were different before. For example, the 5-day pouch reset. That actually, all that does is just gets all the junk out of your system that you've been eating. It doesn't really serve a purpose other than to clean your system out. It doesn't reset your pouch. You cannot shrink your pouch if you've been eating bad long term. Jesus, kid. Sorry, she's got really bad gas. So I ate not bad, but I ate too much for 9 months, 10 months. And then I ate too much for the month that I breastfed. I didn't always eat past the capacity of my pouch, but I ate too frequently, I think is the right word, the right way to put it. Because of all the snacking. I would eat a meal, be full, and then 30 to 45, maybe an hour later, I would go ahead and have a cookie or 2 cookies. And then I would feel that overflow fullness. Like I would almost hurt because my food wasn't done being digested yet. So yeah, that is my struggle. Don't do the 5-day pouch reset. If you want to, that's fine, but it's not going to really do anything for you. If you want to clean your system out, just drink some castor oil. That'll do it. It's just honesty. I will check back in with you guys right now. I'm at 237. I'm going to say 237.4, 237.2, something like that. I have not had anything to eat past midnight. All I'm going to have is water up until I wake up in the morning. When I get up later this morning, I'm going to have a big shake. I'm going to make one of my Shakeology shakes. And I'm going to drink that throughout the day. I'm just going to drink shakes during the day, and then I'm going to have dinner with Scott, and then I might break it up where I have like my thicker shake. What I used to do for my pre-op diet is I would have a thick shake in the morning, and I would just make that last for a couple of hours, and then I would wait 3 or 4 hours to eat my next meal. And my next meal I would have another shake, and that would be about the time that I was finishing up at the gym. That would be my lunch, and then I would make it the rest of the day and have my dinner, and then I would have, if I was still hungry, that third shake. Excuse me. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I know I'm going to be eating that third shake every day. My Premier Protein shakes are 160 calories each, and so that's, what, 320 calories? Sorry, I'm hobbling. Last night I pulled a calf muscle. I literally just stood up over the baby because I had given her a bath. I was standing up just like I am right now, not putting any strain on my legs, and I reached over with my right hand to grab a diaper off the bed. Still not leaning, just reached, and when I did that, it felt like somebody threw a shoe really hard at the back of my calf muscle. I thought Scott was messing with me, and so I yelled at him, and he's like, "What happened?" Well, I apparently pulled a muscle really bad in my calf muscle, so exercise is out for right now with my legs. Okay, so there's 160 calories in this as well. I do have to mix that with something. I probably will not mix it with water because that will taste like crap. I will probably mix it with milk, to be honest. No, I won't. Guess I'm mixing it with water because I don't have enough milk to do that with. So, I will let you guys know how that goes in the morning. So that's 160 calories as well. So that's let's see. Sorry, my leg's hurting. That's 480. And then whatever I have for dinner. So I have leftover chicken in the freezer that I can use for dinner. And I can grill some veggies or roast some veggies. I have lots of zucchini. So I'll probably be eating around 300 calories for that. So that'll put me around 700 or 800 calories. My goal is nothing over 1200. So that should be okay. Say hello, Miss Phoenix. Hello. Say hi. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Internet. Yeah. I say hi. Baby. Where's your baby? What a pretty girl. Say whoop. Ooh. She's a really cute baby and I love her to death. I wouldn't trade her for the world. That is my update, guys. Thank you for sticking it out with me this long for this 25 minutes, 24 minutes. And I will talk to you later. Thanks, bye.